let's just get straight to the point. I'm here with Gaten, founder of Setrics. Setrics is a company that's just blowing up currently, and I want to kind of pick your brain on two subjects. The first is talk about the digital landscape. How is that affecting your industry, and what are some insights that we could garner from your perspective? And maybe you could speak to some pains and the subsequent opportunity.
Absolutely. The word is integration. Everything is going toward integration. Companies are realizing that B2B SaaS is a challenge because you have 15 different SaaS products to run a company, and how do you get them integrated? The advent of Domo and Grow and other BI platforms. We're a marketing intelligence platform, so we're a subset of business intelligence. But even our platform aggregates 10 really, really important best-of-breed technologies. So in my mind, what's really going on in technology these days is integration, collaboration. Everything's about APIs. Everything's about RESTful interfaces that people can hit and get data. Everything's about dashboarding, right? So the challenge for companies when it comes to this is just to choose how they're going to put together that mix, right? How many dashboards do I want? How robust does each one need to be? Is my marketing department big enough to just have a marketing dashboard, or is the company too big to where maybe we need four? We need a BI dashboard, we need a marketing dashboard, we need an HR dashboard, et cetera. Does that make sense? So there's so much going on in this space, but it's all about sort of harnessing the fact that we have too much information and we don't know what to do with it.
Right on. So let me speak to that. Information overload. I think that's the mark of this data-driven world that we're a part of. And I think when you talk about dashboards, what we're looking for, and I know this pain, we're looking for data that can now become actionable. Because of the data, I have garnered this insight, and this is what I will do to generate more business growth, right? So let's talk about some values. And I like to say buzzwords. What are some buzzwords that Gaten think would be important? And some examples. I have some anti-buzzwords. I hate the word organic. I hate the word authentic. I feel like they've been stripped of their real meaning because of how people have manipulated that terminology. But words that resonate with me would be like raw, truth, transparency, and having, letting the users really guide and direct in the way that you nurture that community who receives your product or service. So, all right, I kind of added a lot more than I intended to, but Gaten, maybe in that time you've had a few buzzwords come to mind, or buzz phrases.
Sure. Can I adjust that slightly? I would say there are buzz acronyms. I think what's going on these days is acronyms, right? A CLV, LTV, CAC, BI, MI. There's some of the things I've even mentioned in this 2 minutes. Everything's about sort of figuring out a way to describe something. Someone over there 5 minutes ago just asked me what an API is. API is a word that's been thrown around this conference like it's a chair, right? And that's really where all the buzz phrases are coming from my perspective, being in technology, is all these sort of acronyms that mean something that, unless you're in technology, you may not have an idea of what they mean.
Okay, wait. What does intelligence mean? What is that?
And that's funny because I was going to say, for me, that's the buzzword, is intelligence, especially here in Utah County. What's going on here? There's a VC, I won't mention his name, but he sort of dubbed himself as the analytics VC. He's based out of Silicon Valley. And I heard him verbally say, I was in the room, he said, Utah County might as well be called the analytics capital of the world. Analytics, intelligence, it's kind of the same thing, right? We use the form intelligence because it's more than just data. We pair a lot of things to our data to make it actionable, like you said. And so whether it's business intelligence, marketing intelligence, whatever, these days it's about that actionable intelligence that you can take to the bank, that you can take to the CEO and deliver on to increase the bottom line.
So UTI is no longer urinary tract infection, it is Utah intelligence.
I was thinking it was uniform tracking intelligence.
He's upstaged me again. Gaten, thank you so much, man.
Of course, man.
Appreciate it, brother.